Good evening on this video. Today we have a sub request by Gottlieb Gamer for the SM.92. Now originally, as I said in the combo requests about a week or so ago, it's probably less because I'm trying to get this one out as soon as possible. I said I wouldn't be taking any sub requests for a little while. Unfortunately I forgot about one because, yeah, I was a bit of an idiot, to say the least, but oh well, I guess it's not all bad, but yeah, I kind of forgot about one, so sorry Gottlieb, but I've had a lot on my mind recently, and I've recently started a new job, so the old brain is a little bit frazzled, to say the least, but we're getting there. So, he's requested the SM.92, which, yeah, it's not a bad plane, just the 151 nerf might hold us back, but to be fair, we've got 3 of them. This should be somewhat okay. But yeah, this plane is a bit 50-50 to say the least. Like, it's very maneuverable for what it is, and it's got a decent bomb load, and the guns are nice, but there's one critical thing that holds this thing back in terms of comparison to the SM91. Now, of course, we do have 3 less cannons, but we do have 4 braided safats, which are under here, and they're not too bad. But the problem isn't that. The problem is back here. Now, I did actually do a review of the SM.92 several years ago, and this rear gun has only claimed 1 victim, and that's literally because the Hellcat was glued to my ass. He got me as well, but it was either maneuver and die to the Hellcat, or just fly in a straight line, shoot the guy, and also die, because he'd have killed me either way. But, yeah, this rear gun is not very good. It is a braided Safat, but, it doesn't really have much coverage, as you can see there, +2 and +2 on the horizontal and vertical. So we're going to have to be very careful with that, and hope we don't get into a situation like that. But I doubt it. I was hoping to get a daily which would let me do the strike aircraft one, but yeah, this is the one before you have to change it for GE, so it's either this or bust, so I'll do this later. But anyway, let's get in and let's get cracking, because, yeah, I kind of forgot. I mean, to be fair, things, like I say, I forget things very rarely. But when I do, I forget them just completely. And then when someone mentions it in the comments, I'm like, oh crap. But no matter. I mean, it could be worse. I could completely forget about it, and then he'll ask for it, and then I'll say, I don't remember you asking for that. And then, yeah. I don't really want people to get irate, so I'd rather not do that. Let's go for stealth on the 20s. So we'll bring a couple of bombs, because this map does require a little bit of strategic work. I think it's safe to say we're not getting any bases. Not like we're killing a base with 6 100s, but, you know, there is that opportunity.
Attention to the map.
Yeah, you call your bases. Charlie's Yak 9T, you don't see that very often. We're in a 5-0 match. This is why I was a bit concerned about this plane, because it is a good plane, but it does struggle in the old up tiers a little bit. Like, it's still agile, it's got a decent rate of climb. But yeah, it's one of those planes really that just, it's either hit or miss, or it's really good. Like, in a down tier, it's pretty good. Like, 4.0 down tier, it's really good. 4.0 / 4.3, it's fine. 4.7, you're pushing it, like, really pushing it. 5.0, you're gonna struggle. So I don't expect this to be an easy match, but it will depend on what we're fighting. And obviously we're fighting the Americans and the Germans. The Germans I'm worried about, the Americans not so much. The only thing I'm worried about on the American side is an A8. D30 Mustang, and a P47 D28. Those are the 3 things I'm worried about. As for Germany, I don't need to list them off. The XP50 I'm actually not worried about. I know it sounds ridiculous, but, well, I'm just not concerned about them. They don't really concern me all that much. It's only if I'm in a plane that I really will struggle against an XP-50, that's when I'll start to be concerned about them. So, no bombers, no strike aircraft, it's all fighters. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. It's the team climbing. Everyone bar one. This isn't going to be easy, and I kind of suspected this request wouldn't be easy. But, yeah, that's just what happens. So as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, I'm a little better from the man flu that I've had for the last few days. Still not 100%, but, yeah, it's not fully gone, but it's getting there, you know? Right, let's pitch up for the B-25. There you go. First strike. That's him dealt with. See, my aim's not too bad when I'm half asleep, but, you know. Right, they're being bomber zombies chasing the Peshka. The Peshka needs to dive harder and bring some more of them down. Another one I'm slightly concerned about is the Bearcat. I forgot to mention that. P-38, not too worried about. P-63, not too worried about. But this is not going to be an easy match. That's for sure. But we do have some pretty good planes on our team, so I'm not expecting to really lose this one. But I'd rather not get too overconfident. And we've got a BF-109 coming our way. So, I don't think we're going to need these. Check around me, make sure we're all good. Gonna have to force the head on with this geezer. That's if he wants to. A vamp bat, and he's doing that. Sure. I'll take that risk. He shouldn't have a shot, he's struggling here. And I've got another BF-109 coming in now. I'm gonna have to... Oh god. Rudder. Go for the air brakes. See if I can force him down into a maneuvering fight. That's what we're going to have to do. We're not going to beat the 190. But I can make him waste his ammo. And hopefully we can turn this into a 1v1 situation. Ow. Yeah, he stuck to me like glue. Are you actually going to try and steal your guy's kill? You are an arsehole. I mean, it's a German, mate. What do you expect? I love how I say I'm not expected to lose this one, and we are pretty much losing this one. That's the problem with this thing. You can't really fight a 190, but hey ho. I will see you all in match 2. Well, welcome back. This time it's a 4-3 match, so this should be a little bit easier, but yeah, I don't expect it to. So the XP-50 there is currently diving away, but they have a 109Z. I think that's 4... Is that 4.7? I swear that thing's 4.7. I wouldn't know, I don't own it, but I think it's 4.7, so this might just be a 4-7 match where we don't have a 4-7. No, it's not. So again, this seems to be pretty tough. We've got an XP-50 who's going to be gunning for us. And we've got a 109Z to deal with. This isn't going to be fun at all. Okay. Sure, if you don't want the head on, I'll take it. How the fuck did that not hit? You know what, not going to question. We're just going to keep on going. So once again, we're in a bit of a bind, because we've got an XP-50 on our tail, which will catch us. And we've got an F4 who's also probably going to catch us. You can now see why I prefer the SM.91, because it's just more ideal for these sorts of scenarios. Yeah, he's running us down like it wouldn't matter. So, we're going to have to try and do the air brake trick again. Get rid of these. I brought the ladder bombs because I thought I could actually keep them, but no, we're not keeping them this time. So I'm going to cut throttle and try and cut inside of him with a bit of a snap roll there. Keeping an eye out. Now as we get lower and lower on the speed department, he will turn this around. Got a nice hit on that right engine, that's what I wanted. Just can't quite pull inside. There we go, nice crit. Got him. Beautiful. See, in a 1v1, this thing can do some work, but that's the problem. I never really get 1v1s in this thing. They're being bomber zombies. Okay, that's good. So, let's move on and see what we can do. We probably didn't need to ditch the bombs there, but you never know. Like, I'd rather dish them and be sure that the extra 300 kilograms of weight will make a difference than, you know. It's one of them things, really. Like, you've just got to be sure. It's a shame I'm not doing a strike aircraft task, otherwise I would be very happy right now. Because I can do some work on the way to the battlefield and get involved with the rest of them. Yeah, it looks like most of them are either stuck up at high altitude chasing bombers, or they're just chilling down here and getting slaughtered. So, there's not a huge amount we really need to do right now. There you go. Yeah, it looks like most of them are just over here in the fight. P-51 coming down. BF-109 possibly coming down. Yeah, let's see if we can get involved over here. Because there's still quite a few enemy fighters and there's still quite a few friendly fighters in the area, but we need to help the team out. Okay, never mind, they're slaughtering all of them. I mean, to be fair, half of these guys are just turn fighting in places that shouldn't be turn fighting, like P-51Cs. I mean, you can turn fight a P-51C, but not against some of the stuff that you will face. Because it's not going to be beating zeros, and trust me, I've seen them turn fighting zeros. And yeah, and I mean, look, when you get teammates that aren't even paying attention, you kind of have to cover their back for them. Should have a shot here. Got him. There you go. Bagged him. Kill number 2. This is more of a support plane anyway, so don't expect to be getting like tons of high kill games. You can get them, but the SM.91 just doesn't matter. This thing's better for ground RB though, because it gets 2 500 kilogram single drop bombs, and they're pretty good, the Italian 500s. So if you're an Italian tanker, I would consider this one. And it's just him and whatever that is up there. J2M should catch him, I hope, because it's a J2M. BF-109 coming down. Yeah, I think the Raiden's got this under control. Oh no, the Raiden is the one being tail chased. Oh, lovely. One of our best planes is currently... Oh, there we go. That's good. Ki-43 is backing him up pretty nicely. So it's just that BF-109 left. And then we are done. Done and dusted. Now the question is, who's he going to pick? He's picking me. Of course he is. So you'd think he would actually go for something more important, like, I don't know, the Ki-43. What the fuck? Beautiful shot. I think he's running stealth. That was a fucking good shot. Gotta give him that. Is he running stealth? No, he's very new to RB, so why would he be running stealth? Interesting. Yeah, that was a good shot. I'll give him that. Was not expecting him to pull that kind of shot off, but I mean, that's just what happens, really. But I don't care because I don't really use this plane much because I just kind of use something a little bit better, you know? But hey ho. But yeah, that's it for today for the SM92 from Gottlieb Gamer's request. It's a plane that I like it, but I just don't see the point of playing it when this thing's here, you know? The only reason why you would play the SM92 is if you wanted to pop a talisman on it and grind the early Italian jets, which, I mean, that's not a bad idea, but see, it's... I don't know. I just don't feel like the SM92 is really worth playing all that much. Like, you can play it, it's still a good plane, it's just one of those that is very 50-50. It's either working or it doesn't, and it can't take on a lot of the, shall we say, the better planes. And if it has to rely on its defensive gun, it's not going to do too much. At least with the SM91, you do have a 20mm in the back, so yeah, you just trade a bit of bomb load for it. But if you are a tanker, I would probably say the SM92 is better there, just because based off of that. But if you're an ARB player, go for the SM91. But that's it for today, and hopefully you've learned that this thing, well, the SM92 at least, cannot take on a 190, and it definitely doesn't like dogfighting all that much. It could take on some planes, but yeah, just don't expect it to be all that top dog. But Joe's recommendation is to play the 91. Anyway, I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you all on the next one.